Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papa Prepper. It is Thursday. We're almost through the week, guys. I got too tired last night to make my video. Literally, I was taking notes and I was falling asleep in my chair. So I'm literally fresh, rolled out of bed. I'll probably be late for work. But I'm here. I am here. Alright, guys. Today we're going to talk about long-term, long shelf life, what you need to stockpile, okay? In short, I can say all of it. You're going to want as much food as possible, alright? And there's, you got to think about, different things. You don't have to, okay? If you're just stockpiling and you have no intentions of stopping, you're just going to keep stockpiling until you can't no more, that is awesome. That's great. But, if you're one of the folks that are only wanting to prep for 2 or 3 weeks or, 6 months, whatever, not that I suggest that. I don't think that's a good idea. But, if you can afford what you can afford, if that's the situation, I get it. But there's different, you're going to want to, factor in a couple things. Like say, if you, say you're a 60-year-old, petite, older woman, kind of inactive, you're going to need, at least 12 to 1,300 calories a day, okay, to live. That's just, flat bottom, you're going to need that many calories to survive a day. Now, if you're active and being that age, I would say probably 17 to 1,800. Now, that's just me guessing, but, that's where, that's a pretty good figure. But say you're a 25-year-old woman and petite and, fairly active, you're going to need 17 to 1,800 to survive. Now if you're going to be out, say it's SHTF, and you're going to be out cutting firewood and stacking wood and foraging and taking care of animals and, gardening and, this and that, you're going to need closer to 2,000, 2,200 calories a day, to survive. Now, say you're 25 to 30-year-old, 180 to 200 pound man. Guys just naturally, they burn everything quicker. Okay. And that's a pretty big guy. So you're going to need roughly 3,200 to survive. Now that's just to survive. And of course, if you're going to be in SHTF, you're going to be working your tail off. You're going to need closer to like 4,000, 4,200 calories a day to survive. Because you can't live on, 2,000 calories and be out busting your tail doing all this work. You're gonna starve. I've got wrote down here just an example of 4,000 calories for a guy is basically eating 5 to 7 pounds of spaghetti with meat sauce. That's a lot of food, okay? But, for a guy working all day, and I'm not saying you're going to sit down at one time and eat that much, that's throughout the day, of course, meals just like you have now. But you're definitely, you're going to want to plan to have enough food. That's why I suggest don't stopping. Just keep piling it up. As everybody says, stack it to the rafters, And if it's just if you're by yourself, still stack it to the rafters. Don't stop, because you don't know what's gonna who might come along, or the longer you can sustain, especially if you're by yourself, The longer you can sustain yourself without having to get out and put in a bunch of work to get your food, the better. Okay, especially if you're by yourself. Um, you know there, and another reason I say just keep buying, keep stockpiling is if you're trying to figure out certain X amount of months or X amount of weeks, and there's a lot of math in that. You're gonna have to figure, and you're gonna have to figure anyway. You're gonna want to know where you're at. You're gonna want to know that, okay, I do have enough for a year, but I'm gonna keep going, but I do have enough for a year. So that's gonna be important. You're gonna want to know how many people you're providing for. Ideally how long. And there's a lot of math that's going to go into it. I believe Grim Survival, it's been a few weeks ago, but he has a video that breaks everything down as to how many pounds of what you need for how long, and so I'd definitely go check that out. I can't remember what the video is called. If he sees this, maybe he can help you out. But I know he had a good breakdown of everything. So what do you want to stockpile? Anything that has a long shelf life, basically. Don't get stuff that you're absolutely not going to eat. Okay. Which, I mean, I always say worst case scenario, you're going to eat it because you're going to be hungry enough. But if you're not going to eat it, okay, don't get it. Put that money towards some other non-perishable. But I'm talking, sorry guys, like I said, I just rolled out of bed. Rice, beans, lentils, canned goods, flour, things like that. On your canned goods, okay? Don't pay attention. I mean, pay attention, I guess, but the date on the can, that is like the sell by date or the best buy date. All that means is basically the store can't sell it past that date, or past that date it might start dropping in nutritional value a little bit. Now, of course, if you open a can of green beans that expired this year, if you're to open that, 10 years from now or 6 years from now, yeah, it's going to taste a little different. It'll probably have kind of a metallic taste, a little, but it's still going to be edible, and it's still going to have nutritional value. Not as much as it would today, but it's still going to help sustain your life. Don't buy dented cans, any kind of defective can, jars. Don't buy that stuff, because you're setting yourself up for botulism and anything else. In the same way, when you go to open the can years from now, or a couple months from now, whatever, make sure it's not dented, and check it really well when you open it. If it's any type, of, if anything's got into that can, you'll smell it when you open it, like, years from now. Let's see. And also, well, I'll get to that here in a minute. That opens up a whole new can of worms. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and get into that. When you're stockpiling, you want to go for long shelf life, stuff that don't go bad. But even better yet, when you buy it, repackage it, reseal it, and preserve it yourself. I will not get into, the different. I'm not going to get into the different. I won't be showing you how to do that, okay? Because that's not my strong suit. This is going to be my first year of canning. What I do suggest is go watch Alaskan Prepper. He is hands down the king of food preservation. He is amazing at it. um, Go check him out. And like I said, he everything. Okay, just go watch Alaskan Prepper on food preservation. He will help you a lot more than I can. I can do the Mylar bags and I can do vacuum sealing, but that's about it. I have no dehydrator yet. I mean, you can use your oven, but and I'm certainly not I can't freeze dry. And if you have that set up, please let me know so I can come play with it too. That is expensive. So if you can do that, let me know. But you repackage your pastas, your rice, your flour. You can buy flour and cake mixes and just kind of, and all this you want to keep in a cool, dry, dark place, okay? You can throw this stuff straight in the closet or wherever you're piling it at. But flour will go flat in a matter of months. But, if you repackage it yourself, in buckets with the oxygen absorbers and whatnot, that will add a substantial amount of time to your food. And when you're doing this, you want to, like I think I already said, you're going to want to, high carbs, high calories, high fat, because you're not going to be worried about staying in shape. That won't be an issue. Okay, you're going to be working your tail off. You'll be fine eating all them carbs and calories, trust me. And on the flour and stuff like that, if you can, it's better to buy unground wheat and stuff like that, barley, whatever it is that you're wanting, it's better to buy it unground and store it that way. But you're going to have a millstone, to make flour or, stuff like that. But it's a lot longer shelf life if you just buy the whole grains and make it yourself later. Now, when you get into dehydrated food, you can buy a lot of dehydrated things at the store. But again, if you do it yourself at home, there's a couple different benefits. You're going to get a lot longer shelf life. I mean, a lot longer. And you're going to know exactly what has went into that food. If you make, your own beef jerky or your own, whatever it is, dehydrated vegetables, stuff like that, you're going to know what has went into that. Because if you buy it in the store, look at the ingredients. Look at all the toxins they put in that stuff. That stuff's bad for you. It's just chock full of toxic chemicals that, you just don't want to put that stuff in your body. Nuts and seeds, that's also a good thing to add to your stockpile if preserved correctly. They last a very long time, and they are very high in fats, high in protein. That's the things you're going to want to keep you going, to fuel your body. Now, I'm not saying you can live on that, but it's a good thing to have to snack on or cook with. They're good things to have. Let's see. And keep in mind, I'll start off by saying, if you haven't already, and this is me as well, start canning, vacuum sealing, freeze drying. If you have that set up, like I said, it's very expensive. Dehydrating, start doing all that stuff yourself. For the simple fact, like I said, you know exactly what your family's going to be eating. You're not going to be adding all the chemicals and nastiness that you're buying off a store shelf. And another thing that I will throw out there, Because, okay, you got to think, guys. Say you've stocked up, you got 3 years worth of food. Okay, that's great. What about the fourth year? Where's it coming from? So what I'm telling you now is start gardening. You can do this in the house, you know, especially, you have a little family of 3 or 4. You can grow enough vegetables in your house to can and sustain you. I've done the math. If you have, just say, okay, 2 of the kids got a bunk together, you can use that extra bedroom and grow all the vegetables you need easily for year to year. It's just all about square footage. And another guy, shout out to Green Thumb Prepper, go check him out. He will help you get started on a garden, from inside to outside. Okay, he's a great guy, and you can ask him personally your questions. You can email him and such. He's here on YouTube. It's Green Thumb Prepper, all one word. But a really cool guy. Yep, there went my train of thought. Did you see it? I think it went that way. Forgot what I was doing. Oh, gardening. Yeah. Definitely start working on learning all you can about gardening. Because, which means you'll want to start buying seeds. And I would start trying now, because gardening it's not as easy as just throwing seeds in the dirt or throwing seeds in a bucket and growing food. It's not that easy. This is the first year I've started inside. That's what this back here is. And I've got more over to my left. But I had 14 tomato plants growing great. A couple days ago, 10 of them died. No reason. Just laid down and died. So now I've got 4. So I'll have to start over, add more tomatoes. I do have peppers coming up now, and it's going good. I got some strawberries over here looking great. But anyway, that's something you're going to learn how to do, because your food is going to run out. It's inevitable. It's going to run out. So definitely I would do that. Canning it yourself. Like I said, Alaskan Prepper, great guy to watch do this, to teach you how to do this. And he's the same way. You can email him your questions, and he's live all the time on YouTube. Well, not all the time, but Grim Survival, he done one. It's probably been a couple of months ago. If he's in here, maybe he could help you find the video. He done pasta, the Mylar bags, the oxygen absorbers, stuff like that. That's a good video to watch. I can't think of anything. Oh, Prepping Plumber, all one word. He's on YouTube. He just done beans a couple weeks ago. Really good videos. You just gotta look, guys. There's a lot of, like I said, I'm not nowhere near good enough that I feel I should be showing people how to do it. That's why I'm sending you somewhere else. But these guys that I've mentioned, they're great. Good guys. They'll help you out. I feel rushed because I recorded this video once and realized my microphone was off. I've done that before, so it's not the first time, but I was up to like 27 minutes when I noticed, and now I've sped through everything and I'm at 19 minutes. So that means I forgot something. So please excuse me if I have forgot things. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna be late for work. But looking over my little list here. But basically, when it comes down to, you need all, non-perishable or properly preserved foods. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I know. Oh, and guys, don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, is Therapy Thursday. We just kind of get together, shoot the breeze, open chat, not really any subject, any topics. If you guys want to talk prepping, that's cool. You know, I'm all about it. But Thursdays is kind of our day just to kind of unwind and forget about what's going on outside for a minute. You know, it's just an hour, maybe a little over an hour if you guys want to go longer. We just, you know, keep it calm. You know, just that's our 1 hour out of the week to kind of just chill. But and also, before I keep forgetting, and these have been up for like a week or longer, a lot of y'all were asking about Papa's Pack t-shirts and everything. If you go to my channel, up on my banner, in the top right hand corner, there's a little Teespring icon. If you click that, it'll take you straight to my shop, and there's all my new shirts. All brand new shirts, brand new mugs. If anybody's interested, you know, I'm not pushing my own stuff. People ask me to do these shirts. So they're up there. There's different varieties. There's some t-shirts about trolling, and there's a t-shirt that says, "Do you even prep, bro?" You just gotta look through them. I tried to come up with some pretty good ideas, but try to keep it light, you know. And the one up, it's Papa's Pack, PAC, and PAC stands for Preppers Against Communism. So there are some t-shirts up to say that. You just gotta look for them. They're there. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap this up for now. Like I said, I rushed through this the second time. I know I'm missing stuff. I will rewatch this later and add what I forgot, or make a separate video, you know, about what I forgot. But I will hopefully see you guys tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless y'all. I love each and every one of you. Papa Prepper out.